Hi everyone, Crusader here. Today I'm just going to make a quick video on how to draft in Hearthstone Arena. And many of you are probably wondering, how do I get rewards like this? Well, drafting is the first step to achieve the ultimate success in Arena. First, let me give you a little bit of background information on myself. I started playing Hearthstone a month ago, and so far my best result is 9 wins. And my goal is to reach 12 wins by the end of March. With that said, let's go ahead and look at an example here. I'm going to demonstrate a typical arena draft as a paladin. For any card ranking questions, I would recommend the Anti-Gravity's arena draft list or Trump's arena draft list. And I'll post the links below. I recommend using the spreadsheet when the picks are very close. I prefer the Anti-Gravity's draft list because he combines the class cards with the non-class cards, so you can see clearly which is ranked above which. More often than not, you will see class cards with non-class cards mixed up as you're drafting. When people are just starting out in the arena, it's common for them to rely on a spreadsheet. But as time goes on, you should not be worshipping the spreadsheet as much as you were just starting out, because card ranking doesn't mean everything. And one of the main problems I see is that people don't have enough early game, that they fall behind too much, that they will never be able to catch up in the late game, or they don't have any card draws, that they simply run out of cards on turn 7 or 8 and hopelessly watching your opponent chipping you away. Although it is very difficult to achieve a perfect balance of early, mid, and late game, you should at least have enough cards to cover up your weaknesses. So, for example, you should have a minimum of 4 2-drop minions. That does not include spells. And 4 is the bare minimum, and anything below that usually means total disaster. I would typically recommend 6 2-drop minions to ensure that you at least get 1 2-drop at the start of your game. For the late game, I recommend at least 3 minions that cost 6 or more. On top of that, picking the same card over and over will reduce its value. For example, the third flame strike that you see is usually not going to be useful because it's near impossible for your opponent to spam a lot of minions after you flame strike him twice. There are notable exceptions such as Shaman's Fire Elemental, because it's easier to find a single target that you want to deal 3 damage to than an AoE spell that better played when your opponent has multiple minions on the board. As you can see here, the first 20 cards that you pick are more relevant in terms of card ranking than overall synergy or covering up your weaknesses, although it should be taken into consideration, since you may have too much early or too much late game that you must start working on the short end of the spectrum. Here, picking the Ironfur Grizzly over the Silverhand Knight is correct, since I have way too many 5 drops and not enough 3 drops. The last 10 cards are crucial to cover up your weaknesses, because it's your last chance to do so, and failing it could mean the difference between 4 and 9 wins. So say if you don't have any card draw by your 21st pick and there is a Chillwind Yeti and Gnomish Inventor, then you should pick the Gnomish Inventor over the Yeti, because having no card draw is simply devastating unless you're a Warlock. Another tip I have is to write down the number of 2-drop, 3-drop, and 4-drop minions you have, in case you're not happy with the minions you have at the start and you want to take a chance at getting a better minion. You can also write down all the removable spells you have so you know what's left in your deck and you might want to draw them later on. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll be uploading more videos on arena tips and perhaps constructed tips, so stay tuned and I'll see you next time.